If you can practice the art of vagueness on subjects that make you feel negative emotion, and the art of specifics on subjects that do make you feel good, you will have figured deliberate creation out precisely, because that really is all there is to it. The more you talk about unwanted things, the more specific they become within you. The more specific the vibration of them is. And the more specifically law of attraction will deliver the details of these unwanted things to you. Now we know that as humans, you've wanted God, and more recently, law of attraction, to be more discerning and to not give you what you're offering a vibration about, but to give you instead what you want. But it doesn't work that way. Law of attraction is not giving you what you want. Law of attraction is giving you what's active in your vibration. So that really begs the question, doesn't it? Is what's active in my vibration really what I want? Is it? Am I offering a steady, active vibration about my true desires? Or am I offering a steady vibration about what is? Well, if what is your true desire, then that's really a good plan. But if you're reaching for something different or something more, and you always are reaching for more, then you're wanting to use a different criteria for that which you give your attention to. So today, we're going to talk about alignment. We've been calling this gathering the art of allowing for a number of years. And the reason that we like that title so much is because it speaks to what your true power is, and it speaks to what your true path to that power is. Because if you care about discovering and practicing, it's why we call it an art. It's something you work out until it clicks into knowledgeable place for you. When you practice the art of allowing, what is it that you're allowing? You're allowing your alignment with the source within you. You're allowing your resonance with the energy that creates worlds. You're allowing your vibrational alignment and resonance with all that you've been asking for. The way we've been describing it to you in as simple terms as possible is that in your physical form, you are an extension of that powerful non-physical energy. And you came to explore the leading edge contrast for the express purpose of finding more leading edge. Because as eternal beings, you know, new thoughts are important, new ideas are important, new desires are important, new reasons to summon energy are important. And you also know that you can't stand still, that you can't stand in satisfaction where you are. You must keep reaching forward. You must keep reaching into more. So you came as an extension of source energy, intending deliberately to explore the variety that surrounds you, knowing that by knowing what you don't want, you would know more clearly what you do want. And you knew that contrast would be there for you to see and to choose from in every moment of every day. And so you came forth to explore, and every time you explore, even in something that is really known to you, you are still refining it and coming to further conclusions about how it would be better still. The improvement never stops, because that is what life really is about. Not because it's broken and needs to be fixed, but because it's eternal and will always be in the state of becoming. So when you get into the flow of this eternal becoming, and you begin enjoying the process of the becoming, then you no longer feel uncomfortable about the contrast, because you know it is necessary to the becoming. If early on in that process you are measuring what's manifested and others' point of view of it, and if it hasn't manifested to the degree that they can see it, or if you manifest something that others don't approve of and you care, then without meaning to, you water down, you dilute that energy stream. And so the manifestation is slower to come. And most important, your experience in the process isn't satisfying. And then you begin to wonder, what's it all about? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Are my goals and dreams and hopes valid? Or do I need to measure them against all others to see how they stack up? And if I find myself on the approved list of desires, then how do I ensure that I will receive them? And who do I ask about how well I'm doing? And who gets to decide? Who gets the juice today? Is it available to all of us? Or is there a quantifiable pile of energy stream juice And if somebody else is needing it more than me, should I hold back and deprive myself? Well, we've sort of stated here the questions that we hear from so many humans who are, for one reason or another, not allowing themselves the steady stream of manifestational evidence of their focused energy. Do you know that you are a vibrational being primarily? Kind of hard to note that when you are able to translate your beingness, your vibrational beingness, into so much stuffness. You see and hear and smell and taste and touch so well that it's easy for humans to forget that they are vibrational because they want to categorize the physical world that they can see and hear and smell and taste and touch as reality, as material reality, as the real life, where non-physical things not yet manifested or things that are thought in nature primarily, they want to call those non-physical or non-real or non-evidence. The art of allowing is figuring out which things deserve your undivided attention and which things don't. And your emotions are your very valuable key to that. And then once you have decided what you actually want to give your attention to, that you want to focus upon until it becomes an active belief within you. You see, when you give your attention to something, it's vibrating. And when you give your attention to it for a little while, it vibrates with more stability within you. And when something vibrates with stability within you, now it has attraction power and it will show itself to you in more and more vivid, real ways. So once you have decided, well, this is something that I want to come to me in more vivid ways, then give it your attention. But if it is not something you want to come to you in more vivid ways, you must distract yourself from it. So some say, okay, I'm not going to think about that thing anymore. We say, what thing? That thing you're thinking about? Yeah, that thing over there that I'm thinking about, I'm not going to think about that thing anymore because I don't want that thing that I don't want to come into my experience anymore. I don't want to think about that thing that I'm thinking about. And we say, well, how are you going to deactivate it? How do you deactivate a vibration within you? You don't do it by looking at it and saying, I'm deactivating you, because what you look at is more fully, more further activated. So how would you deactivate yourself from that thought? Think another one. Look someplace else. But then you say, it's really hard to turn my attention very far away from that. And we say, we know it is because it's active and the things that are around you are a lot about that. Might be different faces, might be different places, but they are behaving pretty much the same way because it's active within you. So how are you going to deactivate a vibration within you? Well, it's simple. Simpler than you know. If you meditate, you stop thought. That's a good plan. When you sleep, you deactivate it for a while, but when you wake up, you pick it right up where you last left it. You could deliberately try to change your thought about it, but that's a little bit harder because you really only have access to thoughts that are somewhere in the vicinity. But you could gradually move to a better feeling place, gradually. Or you could take the subject that is causing you the negative emotion, because that's how you know it's one you want to let go of, yes? You could take the subject that you are feeling negative emotion about, and you could become vague about it. General about it. You know how your kids do when they don't want you to know what's up? Aren't you just amazed at how vague they can be? I don't really know. I haven't actually thought about that. I don't remember. Yes, you do. I know you remember. I know you remember, you say to them, because you've been extracting specifics from them for a while. But we're wanting you to let them off the hook. We're wanting you to let yourself off the hook. We're wanting you, if you're feeling negative emotion, to teach yourself the art of vagueness. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about that. I don't really have time to think about that right now. I don't need to think about this right now. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it, Mom. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right. Whether you know it or not, you are synthesizing life, and you are giving birth to new desires, and you're fulfilling your reason for being, because you are reaching into what is and asking for more, even if you don't put it into those words. And the source within you is always doing its part by riding the rocket of your desire, holding fast to the new idea, and finding vibrational resonance with it, and focusing completely and singularly upon it, meaning no split energy, holding it for the ready manifestation that you are calling fulfillment of whatever it is you've been asking for. So step 1 happens without you knowing it, and step 2 isn't your work anyway. But step 3 is what we are calling the art of allowing, is your work. And that work is, you must, if you want to feel good. You must, if you want to find resonance with who you are. You must, if you want to fulfill your reason for being. You must find a way of being a vibrational match to what you have through your life's work put into your vortex, into this vortex of creation. You must find a way of becoming a vibrational match to this idea, to this newness that you desire. You must find a way to feel prosperous even before the money comes, or the money can't come. You must find a way to feel clarity even in confusion. And you might say, well, that doesn't sound that easy. And we say, it's easier than you have been believing it to be. Because you have the ability to find the thought of something. You don't need the manifestation of it first. Many people say, well, show it to me and then I'll believe it. And we say, we understand that because there are plenty of people around you showing you things, but often you find a way of still not believing it for yourself. You believe it because someone is experiencing it, but you often don't believe it for yourself, you see. We want you to understand that you cannot wait to see it before you believe it. And if you will find a way of believing it before you see it, then it must show itself to you. We want you to know that there are always reasons to want more, that you are always refining, and that when you have that knowledge, that attitude, that nothing has ever gone wrong, it's just another door opening for more to come to you. That is the reason, in fact, that you come back again and again and again. You don't say, I'll go forth and this time we'll get it right. We'll decide what politics are right. We'll decide what religion is right. We'll decide what is the proper way to raise children. We'll decide what is appropriate food to eat. We'll get it all decided and we'll write it down. Maybe we can get God to write it on tablets and put it somewhere. We'll get it all written down, and then we will come forth and we will find a way of complying with what has already been decided. We will be obedient. And we say, you will be bored. And you would really be dead, and there is no such thing as dead. You would be finished if you did not have the opportunity to explore and come to your own personal new conclusions about what you want. Life would not flow through you. And what we want to convince you about is that once you come to those personal conclusions, no matter how broad or narrow or important or unimportant you deem them to be, once you come to those important conclusions, once you come to a decision about something that you want, the energy that creates worlds lines up behind you, lines up to support you, lines up to fuel you and feed you in the same way that the energy that creates worlds, because this is how it works, you see. You are a leading edge creator, and you are meant to come to new decisions. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely, and we mean it. In other words, we were interacting. As we've been visiting, your vibration has come right up to speed. As we've been rambling here about these things that for the most part you already know, holding you in a steady conversation about them, you have come into vibrational alignment with your true knowledge about how deliberate creation works. You are powerful creators. As Esther was standing at the podium, bringing herself into soft vibration, distracting herself from that which is around her with the singular purpose of allowing her vibration to raise into the vibrational frequency of that which is us. The first thing we said to her is, this is going to be your favorite day ever. We have enjoyed this interaction a lot. We told Esther as the day was beginning that it would be her favorite day ever. And when she listens back to this, she's going to discover why.